Born different. We started noticing her condition after 8 months. She was born like any other person, like any other baby. But her ways of behaving as a baby started changing after when she reached 8 months. She loves to work as you see her. She loves to do things. She's now 13 years old. At first she couldn't walk, but it's God's grace that she can now walk. She understands everything. If you tell her something, she can do it. She understands actually because her brain, they went to the hospital when she was still young, they checked her brain and she was normal. But we couldn't even know up to now, we can't even know where this condition really came from. So it came this morning and she was like, she found me washing these clothes. Then she came running happily and she was also interested in washing. We started washing. The only thing I noticed that she's lacking like some training, but she's a hardworking child. She's ever happy, as you can see her. But once you call her name, she can look at you though she can't talk. That's how she responds. When you call her name, she looks at you, meaning that she has heard you calling her name. So, as you can see, so she saw the jerry can. I was like, what is she going to do now? She looked into the basin and she also, it's like she wanted to add some water. So she was waiting for someone to stop her maybe, but no one said anything. So she went ahead to get a jerry can and she added water into that basin and she continued washing. We always train her to do things because she understands. She's weak, her hands are weak. She can't hold something like a normal person since she has that condition. But what I noticed, she knows how to do things. If at all, the training is serious. She's my daughter. I'm not ashamed to bring her into this video because we are so proud of her. She's a blessing to our family. Once we look besides, we look in front, we look behind us and we don't see her, then we start looking for her because she's a blessing to us. Though she was born, she's different now. She was born normal, but now different. And we thank God for her life. Though some people, they do really neglect such people, but for us, we are so proud of her. And as I told you that she understands, taking her to the training centers, it is kinda like too much expensive for us. So that's why we kept her at home. We decided at least to keep training her for ourselves. And we have doctors who always come to examine her and they advise us to always do something for her, like to help her, like to be active and in such kind of things. So that's what we can manage, but I love my daughter so much. And I can't say, some people at times they can say that why don't you take her to these centers where they keep such kind of children. Taking your child to those care centers, at times it is a little bit challenging if you don't have like enough help also to take. Yeah, it's kind of like challenging. You can't just take your child without taking also some help. And since I've told you she's a blessing to us, so we also still need her. We can't just let her into other people's hands. You don't know how people do take care of these people, or at times we don't know how they are being treated. So we might take, for us, we have a fear that we might take her and maybe she's tortured more than when she's at home. There is a proverb that says that no one will take care of children, or no one will take care of your children more than you do, and no one will love your child more than you do. If we were able to take her to school, to schools where they do train them, at least we would have taken her there than those care centers. Yes, because since I said that she needs a serious training, she needs to be trained. Yeah, so that is the only challenge, and those schools were too expensive for us to take her. That's why we try, when we at home, we do what we can. Such children do come to our homes. Maybe at times it is a test. Yes, you might give birth to a child that is totally different from others. And yeah, that's where you see some people are being advised maybe to stop them, as in, I won't mention that word. And at times they say no, because this is a blessing. God has given me a child, and he has a reason as to why God has given me this kind of a baby. So they leave their children to grow up. That's why we always see different people of different sizes, maybe of different when they are different, totally born different, and they are doing things that are really strange that normal people can't do. You understand? So sometimes it is a test. God give you something when he is testing us. And once you mess with that blessing, actually, you might end on that. They always say that a chance comes once. Okay? But at times, God gives the second chance. You understand? So we are so proud of this blessing, and we can never think of doing something that cannot please God. The only challenge we are heading to face is when she gets into her days. Like, every woman goes into those days, special days, I can say. Yes, once she steps into those special days, we might get a challenge, because she doesn't know anything. It's we who understands for her. So once those days starts, maybe we may not notice that, and we might find a challenge, but still we are to overcome it. Okay, so this is her, and as you can see her, for us, I'm so proud of her, and I can't say that God did wrong to give me such a kind of a blessing. So we thank you so much to those who have watched us to this far. We really thank you so much. Thank you for watching us. Thank you so much for always opening our videos, and for always liking. To those who always come and give us a like, thank you so much. May God bless you so much.